He'll play it off to the near side for Fogarty. Fogarty trying to wind up. This team still changing. Feeds a good one ahead for Brendan Miller, the defenseman playing up front here this afternoon. Is the Wild a little short-handed. Raska to the puck. He'll move it to the top of the Moose zone. Long shot deflected all the way to the near corner. 3.5 minutes in the first period. Still 0-0. Puck over to the far side. In behind the net, Sontner with a good hit. Torgerson racing over to the puck. Raska gets there first. They'll go to work in the corner. Puck bounces in behind the goal. Bartow is just going to sling that around the boards. It'll get down the ice. Race for the puck, but Colby Barlow unable to quite close the distance there. Good effort from the rookie as he gets into his first American Hockey League and professional shift here. Of course, a lot of excitement around Barlow getting into the lineup. The Winnipeg Jets first rounder from the previous draft, and his first shift is a tough one, battling in the defensive zone.
Yeah, and it all starts with just a simple play from the Iowa defenseman up to Brendan Miller, who ends up getting in on the forecheck. And obviously a defenseman playing forward, he's a big body, and that's what they elected to do on that shift, causing a little bit of distress for the Manitoba Moose in the D zone.
Face off to the right of Colin Delia. The stick shatters off the face-off. It was Nikinen's. So he is looking for a twig, able to get to the bench to get one. Meanwhile, the puck bouncing to the front of the net. Moose able to clear it away from danger. It'll bounce to the wall. Now Sontner's lost his stick. Think it's intact, though, as he'll go pick it up. Walker behind the net. Poked off it by Bartow. He'll shuffle it up the wall, but not out of the zone, though. He'll get a friendly bounce. That should help the Moose get it out, as bringing ahead is Torgerson and able to move it on to, obviously very early in this one. They have the only 2 shots on goal of the contest in the second half of this back-to-back set against the Wild. Moose with a face-off in neutral ice. Will flip it in. Barlow in hot on the forecheck. But the Wild will clear it out to center and quickly moving the other way. There's Raska in on the left side. Tries to dish in the middle. Barlow intercepts. Plays it ahead for Torgerson, who will skip it off the glass back out to center. Johansson under pressure from Barlow. Skips it out to neutral ice, and Lambos will start it up for Elson. Gets caught up in his skates. Forced off the puck, and the Moose in possession, though. Nikkanen misses Heinola with the pass, and now intercepting is Raska. And now he'll spin it out in front, looking for Butcher, but the pass handcuffs him and goes all the way back down into the Iowa zone. Moose in the midst of a change is the Moose zone. He'll loop back onto it. Heinola up the near side for Capobianco. He'll just tip it ahead looking for Nikkanen. Nikkanen couldn't control, but Torgerson follows up and gets it down into the Iowa zone. Lambos to it. Barlow scoots in to bump him, and that will force an icing call against Iowa, and a chance for the Moose to maybe establish themselves in the offensive zone, as they haven't had an offensive zone draw in a while.
Yeah, and it comes with Henry Nikkanen's line in the 4th line for the Manitoba Moose. It's something, the attention to detail of the Manitoba Moose and what makes them successful.
Face-off win for the Wild in their own zone. They'll quickly shuffle it down into Moose territory. Capobianco back for Manitoba to get it. He'll outlet for Nikkanen, and away the Moose go. Pass ahead for Torgerson is in behind him, but he'll be able to force his way into the offensive zone. Torgerson fighting the puck back, wanted to go to Barlow, but pass was tipped, and Barlow was ready to fire there, lurking in the circle. 6.5 to go in the first. 1-0 Iowa. Power play goal for Luke Toporowski, the first ever Iowa-born player to play for the Iowa Wild. Coming to the team in a trade at the deadline. Here's Raska now in the Manitoba zone, gets it back for Butcher to the front of the net, and a tip in front is steered away by Delia. Moose get it to the line, Iowa holds it in. Tap back for Lambos, the Winnipeg product, long shot, and Delia fights through some traffic and is able to hold on as the Wild get a couple of good looks. Face off to the right of Delia down in the Moose zone, and the Wild win it. On the left side, a shot goes screaming through the blue paint, rings around to the near wall. Barlow tries to chop it out of the zone. Comes to Nikkanen. He's unable to exit. The Wild will hold it down in the corner. Conley pinned to the boards by Sontner. Fans urging on the Moose as they work down in the near side corner of their own zone. Nothing doing just yet as they work at that puck. Eventually Torgerson comes away with it, using that big body to shield the puck, and he'll skate it out to center. Torgerson into the offensive zone, will play it down into the corner. O'Rourke bump to the ice, and the Wild leading 1-0 on a power play goal. Puck up the near side, Nikkanen reaching, just got a tip on that. We'll go straight in on Peyton Jones, who plays it off for Lambos. His pass around the wall deflected by Colby Barlow, and that will get the Moose an offensive zone face-off. Colby Barlow, certainly an impressive campaign with the Owen Sound attack. 40 goals in 50 games.
Obviously coming from the junior ranks, even though he had 4 games in playoffs, it's still that faster pace with playing against men.
Pass up the near side, deflected down the ice. Now it will be icing against the Wild this time, so we'll be heading right back down. Sneaking into the dot, and Walker will win that. Lambos around the net will fire it out to neutral ice. Barlow back to pick it up, settles it for Anhorn. Snaps a pass ahead for Nikkanen. He'll deflect it into the Iowa zone. Torgerson in pursuit.
Transitions, and then there was a stop from Colin Delia on Bankier the other way.
Moose back in their own zone as Capobianco will hustle into the corner to get that puck out. Moves it for Torgerson. Daniel Torgerson up over center ice, fights the puck into the offensive zone. Nikkanen couldn't quite get the puck to settle. And David Spacek to it for the Wild. He'll hammer it off the boards down the ice, and that will get in on Colin Delia, so he'll be forced to play it rather than let it go for icing. Bartow, good backhand feed ahead for Barlow. He tries to get up over center, but Fogarty tracks him down and steals the puck. Bartow stops up that rush, and now the Moose heading the other direction into the zone. Torgerson as he stops up and then gives the puck away. And back to grab the puck, and Bartow sends it ahead for Torgerson, though it's tipped into the stands here. 7 minutes, 43 seconds into period number 2. The Moose continue to trail the Wild at 1-0, but come up with a big penalty kill to keep it that way. You're listening to Manitoba Moose Hockey on 680 CJOB.
And get rewarded with killing it off.
Face-off win for the Moose right at center. Nice little shifty move by Billy Hela. He'll send it down into the Iowa zone, but it's sticked up into the netting by Peyton Jones.
Your pucks towards the corner as best you can, and Peyton Jones was rewarded with that there on that sequence.
Bit of a different look here for the Moose as Lambert will center Torgerson and Barlow this shift. Barlow lined up right behind Lambert, who will try to get him the puck, but it ends up into the corner, though Torgerson collects. Daniel Torgerson tries to shuffle in front. That's knocked into the corner. Lambert steers it up the wall. Sautner knocks it along. Barlow picks the puck out of the air, but the Wild next to touch first, so no high stick. And the Wild will clear as Sautner's back to get it. Off the wall for Lambert. He'll cut into the offensive zone, shuffles it into the corner, will go get him himself. Lambert spins up the wall, wanted to set it back for Sautner, but he moved to the middle of the ice, and he'll go all the way back to Delia. Thus far, 0 for 4 on the weekend after they were running at a pretty good clip coming into this series. Iowa comes away with the puck at the top of their zone, and here's Banker to the back door. It's off the post. Wide open net for Toporowski, and a man draped all over him and couldn't tuck it away. And the Moose keep it 1-0. And now they're able to get it down into the Iowa zone. Torgerson battling against Lambos down in the corner. Barlow lurking out in the circle as Nikkanen and Torgerson work away in the corner. Now Sautner in off the line to engage on the half wall. Torgerson fishing for that puck as well. Pinned to the wall by a couple of skates. Now Hayne knocked off his as Nikkanen's decked to the ice. Comes up with the puck though as he gets back up, though that is brief. And the Wild to it as Butcher will dish it back for Lambos to set the play forward. Over for scoops it wide as Nikkanen was open in front of the goal, and then the Wild will flip this up and over the glass, and it looks like the Moose are going to be heading into the power play here with 2:45 left in the second period.
It's just opportunities that they've got to continue to put pucks into the net and hopefully get one past them.
Just over 30 seconds left in the period as Heinola gets all tied up with Adam Raska at center. But Nikkanen swoops onto the puck. Henry Nikkanen with Barlow going to the goal. Can't get it through to him, but Torgerson steers it to the line. Tipped in front by Barlow as Capobianco let that one go. And the save made by Peyton Jones, who just continues to impress here in this second period.
Yeah, and I like that chance, obviously, from the Colby Barlow tip there. It's a matter of, winning those inside battles and getting those net front tips that hopefully it's going to get past Jones eventually in this hockey game.
That one really dipped down from about shoulder height in the butterfly all the way down, but Jones there in plenty of time. 21 seconds left in the period. Off the face-off, good fight forward by Sammy Walker, and Daniel Torgerson hauls him to the ice, and 30 to go in the third period. The Moose trailing 3-0. Trying to find a way to get something going here offensively early in the period to whittle away at that lead as the Wild will clear the puck out of the zone and into a bench.
Zone.
They'll win the face-off this time. Lundmark a shot that's knocked down in front with lots of traffic. Elson to it, will just rattle it off the boards to the line, and it will just squeeze out. Moose will quickly tag up, and Wild able to work a couple of skaters off the ice before clearing it out to neutral. Here's Sotner drifting back to his own blue line. Lundmark ahead for Colby Barlow, the Winnipeg Jets first-round pick. Moves it off for Henry Nikkanen, into the zone for Daniel Torgerson. He's beset by a couple of Wild, but Nikkanen gets the puck back, tried to send it back for Torgerson, but it was deflected and bounces past Anhorn. Sweeps around to the near side. Torgerson looking to move up ice. Passes it across. Capobianco being watched closely by Elson. Moves it for Bartow. He's forced to just spin it around the wall, but Nikkanen awaits and will gather it up. Sends it across for Capobianco. He's into the attack. Capobianco to the middle of the ice, and he scores! Kyle Capobianco! His 12th goal of the season, and the Moose are on the board with 14 minutes to go.
What an inside-out move from Kyle Capobianco there, as Henry Nikkanen just sees Kyle Capobianco springing up that far side. He puts a puck into a good spot, and as Kyle Capobianco enters the zone, it was a matter of him just getting the defenseman to kind of turn his feet. He sees that, he cuts back into the middle of the ice, and as that puck kind of lands, he almost hits it almost out at midair as that puck.
Both teams will change. 10 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the third period. The Moose trail by 3. Lundmark ahead for Nikkanen. He'll squeeze it into the zone and keep chasing after the puck, but Conley will get there first. Conley around the wall. Fogarty trying to get out of the zone. He's got 3 points in the game. 2 goals and an assist to help build this lead. Capobianco halts his progress, able to play it back down low for Nikkanen. Henry Nikkanen with Barlow and Torgerson fighting in front for positioning, able to squeeze his way up the near side and score to go as Johansson's all over him, and eventually Johansson able to squeeze that puck out past the line. Bartow ahead for Barlow, and he'll tip that down into Iowa territory. Nikkanen up on the forecheck.